Now Sports with Matt Berrien.
While we've seen this Chiefs team put up a show week after week, this week was the first time we saw how Kansas City would respond to a loss. And boy, did they respond. Second straight Sunday night for KC, this time playing host to Cincinnati. And did Kareem Hunt put on a show or what? Early first quarter, Hunt goes right, looks dead to rights, somehow gets away, and then hurdles a defender down to the 6-yard line. Great run from him. Take another look. Bengals almost seemed to let him go here like the play was over. He says thank you very much and have one of these for good measure. Next play, Mahomes. He's going to go right again. This time fakes a run and slings it back to Hunt, who slips inside the pylon for the touchdown in the early lead. And he says, hey, Bengals, have some of this finger-licking KC barbecue a bit. They've scored on every single opening drive this year, and they lead it 7-0 thanks to that again. Second quarter, same score. Mahomes chased out, picks out Hunt again, and Kareem does it again. Pylon again for his second touchdown of the day. Chiefs dancing in prime time, up 14-0. Later on in the quarter, Bengals fighting just to stay relevant in this one. Andy Dalton hits C.J. Uzomah on 3rd and goal. Uzomah hit an arrowhead with a little Macarena. Celebration's the theme of the night, but you know what? Celebrating's just not as fun if you're not winning, and Kansas City is winning. Mahomes zipping one here to Demetrius Harris before halftime. Chiefs in cruise control Sunday as they win it 45-10. They're now an AFC best 6-1 on the season. After a very positive start to the season, yesterday's homecoming loss for Missouri State football was easily the most negative spot on the season so far. In our Bear Nation report, Coach Steck and the Bears will look to pick up the pieces and get back on track with a tough schedule left to play. A 2-4 Western Illinois side thoroughly outplayed Missouri State Saturday with almost twice as many first downs, 10 times as many third down conversions, and double the offensive yards. Head coach Dave Steckel wasted no words after the game, describing the difference between the two teams.
We got outcoached, we got outplayed, we got out executed, and all those are my responsibility. We went in with a great plan. We didn't execute the plan. We didn't coach the plan. We didn't make enough adjustments. We got outcoached, we got out executed, and we got to do better. We're going to look at the video. We're going to do a better job of coaching and do a better job with our fundamentals. Third downs was embarrassing, both sides of the ball. We didn't execute, and we didn't stop them, and we didn't get past the sticks.
Now, if you're curious, that was the entire press conference. In other news from Missouri State, women's soccer in action today. Bears hosting Loyola Chicago. Opportunities hard to come by. 61st minute free kick ends up at the feet of Kaylee Putnam for the Bears. She puts it in, but ruled offside. This one stays 0-0. We go to extra time, and there, Loyola's Madison Gimbel would be the winner. Breakout tucks in the back corner. Brambles take it 1-0 as the Bears fall to 8-7-2 on the season. Now, for now, Mizzou football fans are enjoying their final season with Drew Lock. That said, the question of who takes over at QB next, not far away. And boy, did that question get an interesting possible answer today. According to the State paper in Columbia, South Carolina, former Clemson quarterback Kelly Bryant will visit Mizzou on Saturday when the Tigers host Kentucky. Bryant announced back in September he would transfer from Clemson after losing the starting position to Trevor Lawrence. Mizzou would be his third visit after trips to Arkansas and North Carolina, and I don't think you can downplay what a huge pickup this could be for the Tigers. Bryant led Clemson to an ACC title and a playoff trip last year and has 1 year of eligibility remaining. In worse news for Mizzou, Jonte Porter announced out for the season after tearing his ACL and MCL in a close scrimmage against Southern Illinois today. Porter opted out of the NBA draft in spring to return for his sophomore season. He was named the SEC's all-freshman team last year, averaging 9.9 points a game, 6.8 rebounds for the Tigers. Now his future uncertain. Mizzou will likely look to put in either Kevin Purrier or transfer KJ Santos to help fill the gap at power forward. And finally, this year's World Series matchup is set, and it features two of the more historic teams in Major League Baseball, the Boston Red Sox and the Los Angeles Dodgers. That said, these two haven't met since 1960, when the Dodgers were in Brooklyn, named the Robins, and a man named Babe Ruth was playing for the Sox. Dodgers booked their trip to the series last night with a 5-1 win against the Brewers in Game 7 of the series. This will be LA's second straight trip to the World Series. They will hope for a different result this time around after falling to the Astros in Game 7 last year. So, two of the best teams that we've seen so far this season. Should be a fun matchup.
And some trivia here. Dan Lucy and I were reporting in St. Louis back in '04 when Boston broke the curse, if you remember
There
that.
you go. So that's thanks to you guys, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, we were not there for the Boston team, obviously. Final word after this break.